Hi everyone, welcome to Chemistry and Measurements, Chapter 1. This first section, Section 1.1, is going to be covering chemistry and chemicals, and just as kind of a quick introduction. This is probably the shortest one of these you're going to see. Just basically, what is chemistry? Why are we here? Well, we're going to study how matter, what it's made of, how it reacts, all the different things that it can do. We're going to look at things that are happening all around us and also in medical fields and in addition in the laboratory. We're showing you a chemical reaction right here where we put an antacid into water and it's reacting. And how do we know it's reacting? Well, we see it bubbling and fizzing and plopping and all that, and so that is one way you can tell if there's a reaction. It might change colors sometimes, and so we're going to look at all that and what's going on and how we can see different things. Matter is basically another word for anything that has mass and takes up space. And so the things that make up our world are matter. The antacid, the water, the glass, the air around us, our bodies, everything that really has substance, if you will, is matter. There are different fields of chemistry. Organic chemistry is a field that studies things that are primarily made of carbon and hydrogen, and our bodies are an example of that. And organic chemist studies different molecules maybe that are in the body. Inorganic chemistry, which is what we're studying in this introduction class, is the study of the substances that really don't contain so much of the carbon. This is our basic understanding of chemicals. General chemistry is basically everything, the study of the composition, the properties, and then how matter reacts. Chemistry is often combined with other sciences. A lot of people call chemistry the central science, and that other things sort of feed off of that. And so if you're looking at geology and chemistry, you're a geochemist. If you're a biochemist, you're looking at the biological side of chemistry, physical science, physical chemistry. So there are a lot of different specialties that are in chemistry. Biochemists in this picture here are analyzing lab samples, and a lot of times you see those people in the medical field. Chemicals are all around us, and chemicals are just basically substances that have certain properties. A lot of times they're made by chemists that you use every day, or they're taken from nature and purified. Toothpaste is an example of something that contains quite a few different chemicals, unless you just, have natural chemicals for whatever reason to brush your teeth. I know my grandmother used to use baking soda, and so that's a little bit different from what we do right now. But calcium carbonate, which is what is the abrasive, which removes the solid material. Sorbitol is a sweetener. It also hangs onto the water there, keeps that paste a paste instead of drying all out. Glycerin, which is what makes it foam. Sodium lauryl hydrate, which is the detergent as you're cleaning your mouth. Titanium dioxide makes it white. Triclosan inhibits bacteria that are going to cause the problems in your mouth. Also, sodium fluorophosphate. Sodium fluorophosphate is something that hardens the enamel, and so that helps keep you from getting cavities. And then methyl salicylate, which gives it that nice wintergreen flavor. And it's also sort of a sweet flavor to it. So there are a lot of things that go into it. And so it's not just, toothpaste. It's a lot of different chemicals together that make toothpaste. Now, in the kitchen, you will also see some chemicals. Silicon dioxide, for example. The water is a chemical that you're using in there. Your stove and refrigerator are made of alloys that are metals. You have polymers or plastics. You have natural gas if you're cooking with gas. And even the food we eat is uses chemicals because they use fertilizers and pesticides. So when you're in the kitchen and you're doing things, a lot of times you're actually performing chemistry and doing chemical reactions in that space. So at the end of each one of these sections, we're going to have a learning check. And so that is just to see if you understood the concepts. They start out very, very basic, and then they'll get a little bit more involved as we go along. This is a very basic learning check here, and it says, which of the following contains chemicals? Sunlight, fruit, or milk? So what do you think? Sunlight, fruit, or milk? Well, we already said that fruit, because we saw that sitting on the counter. And of course, if fruit is a chemical, then milk probably is a chemical too. What about sunlight, though? What about sunlight? Actually, sunlight is energy. And so sunlight is not a chemical. So actually just B and C would be the chemicals. And sunlight is actually energy. So that's it for this first section. The next section should be right after this. So if you have only spent a few minutes and you're ready to go on, please go ahead and continue.